the power of comics, and a lot of us buy into our own bullshit of like what we can do. And I think the reality is that we're not that important, like at all.
Not at all.
We're not at all really important, like at all. And like none of us were. Like Carlin, Hicks, Pryor, nobody really was. Listen, they were important to us. They were important to the art form. To the overall thing, they were not a huge deal, really. Yeah. They just weren't. So I think that inflated sense of what comics can do. But I was at the...
Hold on, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just to go off of that.
Yeah.
The inflated sense... the one thing I do want to apologize, now that I have a decent audience here.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to say I'm a comedian that pushes boundaries. That shit was corny.
Okay.
I retract that statement.
Yeah.
In the moment, it made sense. You know.
Right.
I had 5 minutes to type that fucking thing.
You're trying to write a statement for the entire world in 5 minutes.
And I had 5 minutes.
Right.
Because I was saying, no, I'm not going to write it. And then I got a phone call that said, hey, fucking write something. Or we have to fire you right now.
Right.
So I was like, all right, here's something.
Yeah.
And I didn't really apologize.
You should have texted me. I would have written something.
I had a pretty good guy write
something.
something.
I wish I had that platform. Dear world.
I know. No, that's what you think.
Yeah.
That's what you think.
No, of course. No, you don't want
And there was so many times. I mean, I wish I just posted.
My thing would have been, as a comedian, the Jews. No, it would have been fun. That would have been.
Yeah, in hindsight, yeah, of course. I wish I had that.
I was at the Chris Gethard live show.
Yeah.
Okay, sitting next to a guy dressed like a banana who was crying. He was crying like what's the term for like just nonstop crying?
Sobbing.
It's like sobbing, wailing. And I said to him, cheer up. But I was like, you're a banana. Like, cheer up.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm a plantain. And I said, well, it's Trump's America. You're a banana
You're
now.
a fucking banana, dude.
And, rich white women, of course, had thrown themselves on the floor and were beating their hands on the floor.
Oh, yeah, man.
They had brought me in and Ray Comp, who co-hosted the show with me for a long time. They brought us in as like lovable heels.
Yeah.
Because they thought Hillary was going to win, and we were going to be like, listen, who cares? She's corrupt, she's a crook, but it doesn't matter, whatever. They brought us in as like that. Then when it looked like Trump was winning, and I was on the phone with my friend Drew Michael, and Drew Michael was working at SNL at the time as a writer, and he was telling me that like Kate McKinnon and all those people were like crying. It was like wild.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, didn't they know that this was an option? Like one of the two was going to win.
Yeah.
Right? Like, one of them was going to win. And I was on the road for that year. I knew that there was a very good possibility it was Trump. I didn't think it was going to be Trump, but I knew there was a possibility.
I haven't cried. Like, my grandma died today.
Right.
That's true.
Really?
That's true. Yeah,
oh, God. Sorry. How old was she?
I forgot about it. I don't know. She was 85.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
I didn't, that was a loss. But, that's fucking life. These people... A fucking political candidate lost, and they were throwing them, like you said, rolling on the floor, like it was some sort of like the Holy Spirit took over.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean.
Sorry to throw that grandma thing in there.
No,
it's pretty funny though, right?
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
I'll tell you this too.
An old woman died.
This old woman died. My mom's mom. That was my last grandparent.
Did you like her?
I couldn't think of one nice memoure, and I lived with her for a little while.
Okay.
But she was funny.
Do you think she leaked the podcast to Seth Simon?
That dirty bitch.
He'll never be on that YouTube. Never.
She was funny. I'll give her that. She was like an old dickhead.
Mean people are.
Mean, funny lady.
Mean people are funny.
Almost died like for the last year. But she's kept almost dying.
Hung on to just torture everyone.
I've had to iron a suit like 3 times this year.
Yeah, everyone's like, get ready. She's going. She's still there.
Come in. She's fully clothed, walking around. But while she was dying tonight, I was on the phone right before I came in.
Yeah.
My mom and her siblings were around my dying grandma, and she like took her like, and my aunt walked over and like grabbed her head and was like, "Oh, Mom," and then my grandma was like, and scared her.
Yeah.
And then she jumped, and then they all started laughing, and my family was dying laughing.
Yeah.
While my grandma died. She died with her kids around her laughing.
That's great.
What a great way.
That's the best way to go.
What a nice thing.
The best way to go.
Just laughing their asses off.
Just laughing. While she's choking.
Yeah.
Was she conscious to know that stuff was going on with you?
I don't think. Oh, yeah, fuck.
Maybe that killed her.
Maybe they did.
Blood on your hands, Seth.
Yeah.
What do you think's wrong with a guy like that? I mean, obviously, probably. I don't give him a ton of attention because I don't want to. I mean, Giannis fights with him all day on Twitter. I'll wake up, Giannis fighting with him. I'm like, Giannis, have a bagel.
Yeah.
But is a guy that just wants to watch things burn? Is he seems angry
He's
that
the Joker, dude.
Yeah, he is a Joker. He seems like a guy that's just unhappy. Did he ever reach out to you? Was he ever like, do you have a comment? Do you have he wanted no part of that. He just wanted to.
I would have fucking talked to him too.
Right.
Because I also think he believes he's doing a fucking good thing.
Right.
Like I think he does. I don't think it's this.
No, he probably does.
I don't think it's as vindictive or fucked up.
So did Muhammad Atta.
Yeah. I think he genuinely believes like he is doing something. I don't think it's. I mean, of course, there's some like vindictive shit underneath it all, but I think he probably thinks he's doing the right thing. Kinda.
And you just kind of you're like, I'm not holding grudges.
I don't care at all.
Right?
I don't
if
care
it wasn't him, it would have been somebody else.
Yeah, for sure. I don't care at all about him.
Yeah,
I think he's. I don't care. He's fine.
Yeah,
he's exactly who they are.
Right.
So it's impossible. Like it's like getting mad at a dog for biting you.
Right.
You'd be a psycho.
Right. It is what
it
is.
It's just that guy's nature for sure.
Yeah, is to do
to be a tattle.
Yeah.
He's a tattletale. I've had those.
I get that it's serious when Trump won, and I get that people are upset. And because they're like, well, there's, but it's like, it's also like, well, you're living in a country where half the people disagree and the other half, like they all, like the reality is that people disagree. There are people that think abortion is murder. I don't think that, but there's people that think that.
Yeah.
There's people that think that gay people are dangerous. I don't believe that. I think that they're wrong, but there's people that believe that. I don't want those people put in internment camps.
No.
I don't want to lose any rights. I don't think gay people should lose any rights, but I don't care what you think of me. Like, that's the other thing. It's like, I don't really care what your opinion of me is. And I feel like a lot of this comes from the idea that everybody has to think a certain way and you have to control how they think. I don't care. It means nothing to me what people believe. And I think when Trump won, it was this affront to this idea. It's like, yeah, you're sharing the country with people that some of them agree with you, some of them don't, many of them don't care. You know, this whole thing about everybody hates everybody. It's like, no, people don't care.
No, yeah.
No one
and
cares.
you travel, I travel, you see these crowds of people. You can go from fucking Brooklyn to Nebraska, and everyone's like, all right, whatever.
And there's nobody really doing hate speech on stage and getting a laugh. Like, nobody's doing that. That doesn't happen. That's the other thing that people don't understand about comedy clubs. You can't get up and start saying wildly offensive things if they're not very, very, very funny.
Yeah.
And everybody's laughing because they know it's a joke. And if they don't know it's a joke, even if they think it's not a joke, that guy looks like Andrew Schultz, who hasn't succeeded. Some guy just walked into Gas Digital. I don't know who that guy is. But
he didn't put the captions underneath.
Yeah, he didn't do
That's
the captions.
The difference. That guy did not put the captions.
But it is a while. Now you just go from here like, fuck it.
Oh,
does anybody that you became friendly with in a surprising way from this?
Yeah, there's been a couple, but like, as far as moving forward, it's like, just fucking keep doing stand up. That's all, like, again, now I'm doing the road. I got fucking, that's what I was doing before this thing.
Right.
I just started headlining.
Yeah.
I just started headlining. Like,
were there
clubs.
people that didn't have your back that you were disappointed that didn't have your back?
I swear to God, I didn't give a fuck, like, throughout.
Interesting.
Most of the time, I didn't give a fuck. I mean, it took a lot out of me. It was just phone call after phone call after phone with agents and managers and fucking
it's a big
NBC
deal.
And fucking the news was calling. Every news outlet in the world was calling. They all get your number immediately.
It's crazy.
Somehow they get your cell phone immediately.
Of course. Yeah.
They get my family's cell phone immediately. But yeah, as far as people that didn't have my back, I don't know. No, I don't think.
Yeah. There was nobody where you were like, eh.
No.
Yeah, that's good.
No, I didn't have any grudges. I don't have any grudges against anyone that really, really spoke out against me. There's a couple that I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
Like, what are you fucking doing?
Like people that you knew personally or no?
People that I knew kind of. But just, again, I don't.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't fucking matter. Like, and also I get people that listened to that clip.
Yeah.
if you read that clip under the headline that was like, "This is racist as fuck," wait till you hear this.
Right.
It's gonna look pretty fucking bad.
Right.
But if you listen to it and are like, "Oh, maybe he's making fun of people that would segregate Chinatown,"
And
which
then
is
you
what I
also
was
and then
doing.
you also get fans, and there are also people that think it is racist and think it's great.
Yeah,
And then they start emailing you. They're like, "You're great," you know.
Yeah, there's guys that'll fucking The only people that recognize me are white dudes. So I'll
Yeah.
be walking down the street and a white dude will just be like, "Oh
and
yeah,
they're like,
brother."
"Listen, you took it to the Asians. Now you got to talk about flat Earth." You know.
Yeah,
you know?
keep speaking your truth, bro.
Yeah, some of
Let
that's
'em
crazy.
know.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I'll get messages, and I'm like, God.
Yeah, you get a lot of those. Most of the hate, the fucking DM. I was getting like fucking hundreds of DMs every single day for the last like month.
Yeah.
Of just people talking shit.
Yeah.
And everyone, if you respond with like a sad face emoji, they immediately retract.
Well, the
They're
other
just
thing is
immediately
they
like,
just
"Ah,
want
sorry,
attention.
sorry." Yeah, it's weird.
They just want attention. Like
Yeah.
somebody will be like sometimes people attack me on DM. I'll respond with something. I'll be like, "I'm just kidding. I love you. I love the show."
Exactly.
And it's like, oh, you want to just engage with people. You just want to engage.
Yeah.
You know, if you need, go get a potato and put a Marlboro Light in its mouth and watch that, and then press play on your phone.